Cut and action! I am back! I am back! I am back with the Ethos! IPA, 620%, 110 IBUs. They got this big, long hype of a paragraph about this beer, like you're taking a page from the Stone Handbook, trying to be big and arrogant. I don't know if it's going to work for them, to be honest with you, but hey, I'll give them a little bit of point for giving it a shot. It's a very interesting beer. Kind of pondering it here because, well, I just did another beer. I had the Hermitage El Dorado single hop series, and what I talked about was for me to want to. For me to label a beer buy again, it's not just that it's good. It's not just that it was enjoyable. It's that there has to be something special about it to make me want to buy it again. And for that beer, there was. Now, for this one, it is quality beer without a doubt. And when I just burped there a second ago, it was like I just bit into a Christmas tree. It's big spruce going on. Holy crap. There are some good flavors here. It's good. I don't know at this point if it's memorable enough for me to label it a buy again. You're going to have to decide. However, I will say this without a doubt. It is without a doubt a buy once. It is a fine beer. Some of you may think this is one of the greatest IPAs you've ever had. For me, I'm not there yet, but I'm early into the beer. I could get there by the time I'm done. But there was something about that other beer that grabbed me right away. It was specific flavors. This one I'm getting huge, decaf huge, peppery pine notes. I mean, wow, it is in your face. Uh, and there are some other things going on. Uh, but it's not quite as dimensional as the other beer I had, and that might be the problem for it, because it's not good enough just to be big. It's not good enough just to say I have 110 IBUs, which is what hopheads look for. They're looking at IBU state 110. It's going to be hoppy, man. It is, but it almost feels one dimensional. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some other things going on. It just doesn't have quite the dimension as that other one. Now, had I not had that other one first, I don't know if I'd feel that way about this, but and I don't want to be taken wrong. I'm not saying this isn't a good beer. It's a beautiful beer. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this beer whatsoever. It is absolutely brewed perfectly. There are no flaws. Let me get that right out of the way. Ethos IPA. Now, is it like they said, the beer they're going to write stories about? No. No, it's not. And here's why. As good as this beer is, for me, and as in your face as those piney hops are, there still isn't that one thing about this that I was really hoping to find. That one thing that made me go, holy crap, they're right. And although this is a great beer, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. The flavors are exquisite. If this is what they were trying to accomplish, they did it. But I'm not getting that one thing that makes me go, holy crap, this is the one. Oh, it's not there for me. Now, as I'm letting this warm, having said all that crapola I just said, I'm now getting some other things I wasn't getting before. I'm getting some much sweeter malt. I am getting some softer stone fruit going on. Peach and apricot specifically. Maybe Ted Plum. Actually, there's something else going on there. The hops, there are some citrus. Don't get me wrong. In fact, I'm getting more of that now. But early on, all I was getting was pine. In fact, I stopped and burped, and it was just like, oh my gosh, I just bit a Christmas tree. But now I'm warming a bit. It's coming off just a little bit less one note. I'm curious what other some of my beer friends would think about this beer. Kind of a copper-esque color. Here's the thing. I think I'm going to be misunderstood here. I'm not saying this is a bad beer. I'm not saying you shouldn't try it. I'm saying it's a great beer. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. I just don't know if it has that one special thing that their big arrogant paragraph wants me to believe. I'm not seeing that in this beer. I don't think other beer snobs are going to wax nostalgic about this in the same way that they do the Heady Topper or the Pliny. And I think that's what they're hoping for. I think with that big arrogant paragraph, I think that's kind of what they're hoping for, is to get beer geeks talking about this, in that same romantic way they talk about those other beers. I really don't think it's going to happen. I am going to stop a minute though. Now that I'm down to this much of my pint. I'm going to stop this video and let it warm just a few more minutes and see if I'm going to have to retract everything I just said. Oh my god, this is Tom the Beer Whisperer. I'll be back with just one more on the Ethos IPA.